Sean, right now in Clark County, there are thousands of young people experiencing homelessness, and the Nevada Partnership for Homeless Youth, well, they have remained open and available to help those who are the most vulnerable. And right now, having made several adjustments, they're here to update us on their latest.
Absolutely. Arash Ghafouri. He is the executive director of the Nevada Partnership for Homeless Youth. He joins us now. How are you, Arash?
Good morning, guys. I'm doing as well as can be.
Yes.
Feel blessed personally, health wise, and family, but otherwise good.
Yeah. Amen. Well, good to hear that. I know it's a little bit challenging for everyone right now. Let's talk about the Nevada Partnership for Homeless Youth. For those who might not know about your organization, tell us about the organization and the services that you provide our youth in the Valley.
Absolutely. So we're the most comprehensive service provider of homeless youth services here in Southern Nevada, where our doors are open 24/7. And we help youth that are experiencing homelessness from the ages of 12 through 21. We have everything from a drop-in center, which gets thousands of visits, almost 10,000 visits a year. We have a Safe Place program where we basically are virtually every street corner able to pick up a youth at risk or experiencing homelessness or many other factors. We have residential programs, outreach programs, volunteer programs, tutoring, you name it. We basically are a 24/7 comprehensive provider, and we'll do anything and everything we can for youth experiencing homelessness in our community. And besides our direct service role, we're also a system advocate fighting for change at systemic levels to help improve the entire systems that affect our homeless youth here in Southern Nevada.
Wow, you have so many programs. It's really, really super interesting to hear about everything you do. I know that it is a very significant issue here in the Valley. Another significant issue seems to be this pandemic that we're all experiencing. Arash, I feel vulnerable when I go to the grocery store. How is the pandemic affecting rather our homeless population?
Absolutely. I mean, it's a pretty big deal with homeless youth and youth experiencing homelessness. Their worlds typically can close in on them suddenly and unpredictably through no fault of their own, and that's how many of them are homeless, regardless of the situation. And COVID is another example where their worlds had to close inward suddenly and unpredictably, despite them doing everything right. So we have youth who, unfortunately, had other resources, maybe schools, other programs, etc., that worked in partnership with us that are now closed down. So their worlds are really closed inward. And that's on two sides. That's youth that are newer to experiencing homelessness, unfortunately, and not seeing that a lot of services are actually available to them. And that's why MPHY is doubling down on making sure we stay open and available to provide those high quality services. But there's also youth that were just about to graduate our programs, and through their own self-empowerment, we're about to go to college or do other things. And now it's a really challenging time to think about moving out. Some of our kids were doing everything right and lost their jobs because of social distancing. And we know that the entire community is suffering through this, and so are the homeless youth that we help.
No question. It's really been a swift kick for a lot of people, especially the kids that you're talking about right now. I know volunteers are very important in National Partnership, or rather Nevada Partnership for Homeless Youth. Let's talk
One day national.
One day national. That's the plan. Let's talk about how they normally help and how you're helping volunteers help on now a virtual basis so we can continue the social distancing thing.
Absolutely. Well, Sean and JJ, first of all, volunteers are our lifeline. We have a saying at MPHY that we are the MPHY family, and that's our amazing coworkers, that's our amazing clients, and that's our amazing volunteers. They're our lifeline. We regularly work with over 400 volunteers consistently and hundreds of more throughout the year. And they help us with so many things, but not just helping us with things that we need at the drop-in center or stocking or cleaning. Our volunteers are instructors, they're teachers, they're mentors. They actually come hang out with our youth in safe ways. And we miss our volunteers, we miss our family, but due to social distancing, we've had to pivot and come up with some new ways to make sure that we can stay connected. And we have come up with an entire roster of virtual volunteer opportunities, but this is just the beginning, Sean and JJ, and we're going to be rolling out more types of volunteer opportunities in the weeks to come. But for now, we have great things where we're asking people to just send e-notes of encouragement to our clients to make sure that they remember that they're not forgotten and that people care about them. Something really cool is we're doing how-to hobby boxes. If you know how to sew, if you know how to do, woodworking, art, if you want to do a cooking class, you can do it all in a box, package it all together, instructions, materials, get it into the hands of us and we'll get it to our youth so they can have hobbies and safe ways to learn new skills despite the social distancing. We're asking people to hop on social media and make sure that people don't forget that Nevada and Southern Nevada have one of the worst situations of youth homelessness in the country, and they need help and support and encouragement. We're also doing something simple yet really cool called Coffee and Ketchup, where we're basically hosting a virtual coffee and everyone's supposed to bring mugs, and we're just catching up with our volunteers and seeing what's going on with them and what's going on with us and keeping engaged and
Cool.
brainstorm some ideas, different things like that.
Yep.
And of course, we have our website available, and we've created a special COVID landing page, nphy.org/COVID-19. And there's all types of information on how to get involved, including making sunshine kits and hygiene kits for us. But if you can't do
Super
any of those
cool.
things, you can still hop on and go to our Amazon wish list and just send us things. And we're asking you everything from food to cleaning supplies to board games and art supplies and different things for our youth as well.
Arash, you're doing great work, man.
Fantastic.
It's great
So
getting to
much
talk to you.
creativity, Arash. Thank you so much. We're going to
That-
toss to your website once again that you just mentioned. So thank you.
Thank you. That's due to my amazing team and some amazing creative minds.
Well, if you want to be a part of that amazing team, you go to nphy.org/COVID-19 to learn more. And we thank Arash so much for joining us this morning.